Hello, this is Brighton TV and this is the match preview for Brighton vs Sheffield Wednesday in the third round of the FA Cup. And vs Chelsea, it was a game of two halves. Potter made a couple of changes which ended up changing the game, where in the first half we were really poor, but in the second half we were amazing, and it's an amazing point, our first point ever against Chelsea, and what a feeling the lads should have for this game. Last season in the FA Cup, we got to the semi-final and got knocked out by Man City 1-0. That was really disappointing for us, but what a feeling it was to go to Wembley. Amazing for the club. And Graham Potter last year for Swansea, he took Swansea to the quarter-finals where he lost to Man City. But if you watched the game, two of Man City's goals shouldn't have counted because referee mistakes. And if VAR was there, it wouldn't have happened. So Potter would have and probably should have been in the semi-finals of the FA Cup had it not been for referee errors. And obviously Potter, he knows what this competition means to the fans, so he's going to play a decent squad for this game, unlike in the League Cup where he knows not as many people rate it, but the FA Cup, it's just got something to it. It's got such history behind it. That's why Potter will play, I think, quite a strong side for this game. However, he has said in his press conference that some rotation will happen to players who've played so many games, and that's expected because if they're playing just after Christmas, there's so many games in a row. That's why he's going to rest some players which have played most of the games, which makes sense in my opinion. And of course, last time we played Sheffield Wednesday, we're both in completely different situations where we were chasing promotion at that time and Sheffield Wednesday also chasing promotion. Now it's different. Now we're in the Premier League and we look decent in the Premier League. We're looking for safety in the Premier League. And Sheffield Wednesday, they're 2 points off the playoff places, which makes me think that they're going to play a weakened side for this game, because I see it all the time. The Championship clubs, when they're going for promotion, they don't try in the FA Cup because their key thing is getting promotion to the Premier League. So I think this is a really favourable fixture for us because Sheffield Wednesday will play a weakened side and hopefully we can capitalise on that. And my lineup for this game, I think it will be a 4-2-3-1 formation, and I think Ryan will be dropped. In the cup fixtures, Ryan has been dropped, so I'd expect him to be dropped for David Button. Button's, he plays well in the cup fixtures, so that's why I think Button should be in goal. And the back four, I think, will be Bong, Duffy, Roberts and Scalotto. And I would have wanted Bernardo for this game, but since Dan Burn got injured, I won't expect Bernardo to play because he's our only left back who can play wing back as well, which is why I think Bong will play instead. We do not want to risk Bernardo getting injured. And Duffy, he didn't play versus Chelsea, and he's really good player, so that's why I think Duffy will play. He's great defender, scores goals, he knows what to do from set pieces as well. And Roberts, he scored versus Villa in the cup tie where we lost 3-1 earlier on in the season, and he's playing well for the under-23s. And Potter, he seems to like playing youth players in the cup, so that's why I think Roberts will play in centre back. And Scalotto, he played well versus Tottenham in right back, and I think he'll stay right back because Montoya, he's been playing game after game recently, which is why I think Montoya will be rested for Scalotto, and Scalotto, he's a really good wing back anyway. And the two in midfield, I think, will be Bissouma and Stevens. Stevens, like Duffy, he didn't play versus Chelsea, and I'd expect him to play for this match. And Bissouma, he played half an hour, first half versus Chelsea. But the thing is, I think he should play so then he has more time to mature, since some decisions which he makes isn't the best. But I think Bissouma with Stevens, that will be a good midfield for the cup. And then the wide players, I think Jahanbakhsh and Trossard should play because both Jahanbakhsh, he scored what a goal versus Chelsea. And I think if you play him, it will keep his confidence up. And I think we must play him. His confidence is rising, and I think this is a great game for his confidence to rise even higher. And same for Trossard. He's been playing well, and I think in the FA Cup he can play against weakened opposition, and that's where he might end up finding his feet better and being more comfortable at life in England. Obviously, he's just been signed in the summer, and I think that'll help him be able to be more comfortable with the team, and it'll make him get a string of games which might end up being really good come the end of the season. And in the number 10 position, I think Gross will play. He didn't play versus Chelsea or Bournemouth, which is why I think he'll play. He's a really good creator of the ball, so that's why I think Gross will play. And Connolly, he has to be up front in my opinion. He's really young, and this is a great opportunity for him to go gain some confidence. And I was thinking maybe Murray as well, but Potter has said it's Murray's choice if he wants to play in the cup or not, because Murray might leave. So that's why I think Connolly will definitely play. Murray, you don't know whether he wants to leave or wants to stay. Potter has said that's Murray's choice, which is why Murray will choose if he wants to play in this game or not. And my score predictions for this match, I think will be a 3-1 Brighton. I think Connolly, Jahanbakhsh and Shane Duffy will score for us. And for Sheffield Wednesday, I think Fletcher will score for them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Brighton TV and follow us on Instagram.